know you had a special group this season, but they clearly showed that over the past few hours on that snowy pitch. How proud are you of your guys right now?
You know, what is the most impressive thing for me? Doesn't exist a plan to play in the snow, guys. You know, we talk about that. We need to play with pride, with the heart, with the head. And then at the beginning of the match, that guys start to play even in the snow, in the same way that we play all the season. Guys, I think that it's fair to say now, no, but it's the best season ever for a team in CPL. The best season ever for a team in CPL. We was champions. We are champions, only losing 2 matches in the league, and 3 matches in all the year. No one did that before, guys. So that guys choose me, you know. That guys choose me, and it's incredible the feeling that I have right now. But I am pretty happy for them. Yeah.
Mackenzie? Diego, I spoke to Gabby after the game just briefly and asked him about what was said and what was happening during that 40-minute break while we were waiting for the field to be clear. And he said the group was surprisingly very calm and just ready to get back out there. What did you see during that time, and how impressed were you by their just energy and attitude about the whole situation?
I believe in one thing. We cannot improvise, you know, when the things that you cannot control. Actually, we work 8 months. We passed 8 months together, you know. So I try to did something in that pause, and I decide to even don't enter to the locker room. Just give them time. Give them time. When you know, and when you know that you have a team, a mature team, right now, maybe you don't need to know anything, you know. So this group is incredible. This group is incredible. So they try to play in the snow. Wow, it's incredible, guys.
AJ?
What can you say about, like, for most of these guys, no one's played in this type of stuff anyways, even if they've lived in Canada.
No,
But
any team.
for,
Any team, to be fair, any team.
Yeah.
Now I can say it, you know, because some people say that I need to win first, no? Okay. Now that we win, I say to you, any team in this league play in this way. Any team.
But for a guy like Devin Rodriguez, I mean, he probably didn't even see snow very often, let alone play in it. So
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
This is the best goal ever in this league, or exists a debate about the Olympic gold in another season?
it's up there.
This is
Given the state.
this goal is right now is 2 million of people around the world is watching this goal. It's the best goal ever in this league, ever in this league.
For him to rise to the occasion in these conditions, like, what does it mean to see him kind of elevate in a season where he, you know, was maybe like I was talking to Carl Howarth about this, and it's debatable who's the best ever Ottawa professional soccer player that's played here. There's been, you know, Zapater or Richie Ryan before or whatever, but there's never been a player like David Rodriguez play here, and for him to do that on this stage in those conditions, what can you say about it?
Guys, you need to know something. We arrived here to Canada. You have amazing country. This league is incredible. I feel really happy. My family is really happy. I grew a lot. We are playing for Canada. We are playing for Canadian Premier League, not for Spain or for Mexico. It's for Canada. This performance is for you guys. David Rodriguez is a Canadian Premier League player. He's not anymore a Liga MX player. You know, like I try to say, we need to enjoy a player like David. The performance of David maybe is one of the best in the history of this league. Doesn't matter that exists the Manu Aparicio, the Kyle Beckers, the blah blah. No, guys, it's another time, and we need to improve everything. That's the life. We need to improve everything. So, when I talked with David Rodriguez in San Luis, David Rodriguez didn't want to come to Canada. Didn't want to come. And I said to him, David, you need to come. It's your opportunity to show the world and to show yourself the level that you have. This is the answer. This is the answer. This guy finally come back to MLS or to come back to Liga MX.
You know, in kind of that same vein, you mentioned you're playing for the Canadian Premier League, you're playing for Canada. Was today, with these ridiculous conditions, was this maybe the most Canadian situation for a championship final that you can think of here?
Guys, this is not a soccer match. This is not soccer, guys. But even if we had play in water, in a pool, we win the match. And that players build the fucking ball.
Gordon?
Coach, there's a saying in sports that to be the champion, you have to beat the champion. You beat the champion here tonight, Cavalry coming in. You've been saying all season you're the best team, you play the best football. You finally feel vindicated that that's the case here tonight.
Finally, guys, and I want to say you with a lot of respect. Maybe it's the first time that my players hear that, but I use the other teams as a goal for my players. But we beat the best team in this league all the rounds, because we beat us from the round 2 to the round 7. We beat ourselves the round 10 to the round 50. Always, this team always improve. Always improve. We beat 28 rounds and 2 more matches. We beat the best team in the league. We beat ourselves all the days.
David?
Coach, you know, I want to say thank you for un honor cubrirte esta temporada. I just want to ask, now you get a chance to play not just on the domestic scene, but on the continental scene in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Just to word out what that means to your team to be able to be the 4th CPL team now, to play in that competition and represent this league.
But finally, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. Be a champion with a teams as Forge, as Cavalry, and there's a lot of teams that they have a very good players and they have a good managers. It's a privilege for us. Now we play for the back, that back with a maple leaf and red and black. We will fight for Canada. Okay, I feel really proud about my country, about my life. But now we need to represent Canada in the better way, and this team, and with the mindset that we have, we wanna fight every match against America, against Monterrey, against Miami, against this team is incredible, and we're gonna fight. We cannot change. I don't know how I need to train a team in a different way, guys. I like the ball. It's the only thing that I want. Thank you.
Okay, 2 more questions in the room. We'll start here and then we'll go to Jacob.
2 days ago, you said, snow or not, you're not changing your style of play. A lot of people have doubted that in the past 2 days. How good did it feel to see David, like you said, early in the game, making plays, like dribbling and stuff, despite these conditions?
After the party that the league has 2 days ago, the next day we talk, David. I talked with David about. He knows that he suffered an injury 2 months ago, and he received a injection every match that he needs to play. He knew that his level in the last months wasn't the best level, you know, and he told me one thing. It's incredible, that guy. He told me one thing. I wanna show the league that I am the best player in this league. I wanna show the league. That's the result.
Jacob?
Also, congrats on winning the North Star Cup in your first time with Atlético Ottawa. You mentioned about David Rodriguez, how he showed up in the finals. Also, even mentioned Samuel Salter, how he performed for the whole season. I just want to know how your thoughts on how Samuel Salter also performed alongside with David Rodriguez.
They are dynamic together, you know. So David, it's a good guy, and he said that Sam deserved to win the best player in the league, and Sam thinks that David deserved to win the best player in the league. You know, like I just say, it's so. I don't know if I answered your question.
Basically, how Samuel Salter performed alongside with David Rodriguez with to the season and all the way to the finals.
We are talking about individual things, you know. I only think I only see the team, you know. I know that David is a good player, that Sam is a good player, that Abadne, that Manny, yes, but I manage a team. I try to train a team. I try to develop a team, and then if I can help to develop as individual, it's incredible. But I am pretty happy about David. I am pretty happy about Sam. I am pretty happy about the team. I think that this team deserves to win this trophy, because we are the team that I don't know if there's a team that a champion team with more than 10,000 minutes as a U21. No, I think this is the first time in the history of this league, you know. So I don't know if there exists a team with more than 60% of possession in the history of this league that we are champion. I don't know. That was a champion. I don't know. So all my attention is in the team.
David, those goals are spectacular. You'd scored them on a beautiful sunny day in the summer. How did you do that in those snowy winter of Ottawa?
I don't know. I was just really excited to play this game. I talked to my teammates. I was like, wow, this is going to be crazy. And I said, I'm going to get the full experience, the full Canadian experience. And I'm just happy. I just didn't think about it. I just did it.
Jacob?
David Rodriguez, congrats in winning the North Star Cup, also finals MVP. Also, like everyone was surprised of how you did spectacular on your goals. I don't like. I just always question, like, have you been like training with Baloo Tableau with your to do it, because usually we saw Baloo Tableau using cycle kicks from previous seasons against Cavalry FC. Yeah.
No, I think it's just chemistry on the field, you know. We work hard since February, not just inside the field but outside the field. And I feel like every player in this team has the quality to do what I did tonight. And I'm just proud of this team.
Again, Mac?
Yeah, this is just for both of you. I just want to get a comment. Obviously, this was insane. Everybody's said that. Clearly, I'm struggling to find words to describe this game. But when you realized that you were actually starting to play the way that you guys have this whole season, Diego said he was so impressed that you just stuck to your identity. You know, it's clear what kind of football this team wants to play. At what point did you realize, okay, we're actually going to do this our way, and there are chances, and we can make this happen?
It's our field. 10,000 fans tonight. What else? What can we do? It's our style of play since game one, and it doesn't matter if it rain, if it snow, if it's sunny. It's our game. Diego put this game model since day one, and like I say, it doesn't matter the weather. We just stick to it.
Yeah, I think sorry. I think no, obviously it's not easy to come in like this weather to try and play our game, but it's what got us to this point, So we had to stick to it, like to try to win. We can't win playing another way, and I think that's why extra time when we're able to clear the pitch and play better, I think that gave us the advantage, and we knew that from that point we could dominate and win.
Said that you guys would play the same way in a pool, just for practice. So, around the same age.
Julian?
Parle un peu de ce que tu as vu du gars à ma gauche ce soir. Diego nous a dit, avant, juste de nous dire qu'il y a eu peut-être des enjeux de blessures récemment. Il nous a aussi dit qu'il est arrivé à ce match-là avec l'intention de prouver qu'il était le meilleur joueur dans cette ligue-là. Comment c'était de ton point de vue de voir ce qu'il a réussi à faire ce soir?
Non, c'est sûr. Je pense que c'est un joueur qui voulait prouver quelque chose. Je pense que c'est clair que peu importe que David ou Sam gagnent les trophées vendredi soir, c'était serré. Puis je pense que c'est quelqu'un qui n'a pas gagné puis est capable de venir au match puis prouver que c'est un des meilleurs dans l'équipe. Puis aujourd'hui, c'est sûr que les buts qu'il marque, ça arrive pas souvent. Mais dans des finales, il faut des moments spéciaux. Puis c'était 2 moments spéciaux qu'on a eu aujourd'hui.
AJ?
David, congratulations. I know Diego talked about, it took some convincing for you to come to Canada. Now that you've experienced everything in a final like this in the snow, what does, representing Ottawa and playing in Canada mean to you?
It was really nice. I enjoyed my year here. Like you say, it did to convenience. That's how you say it? Convenience. Yeah, but when I got here, I was happy. I took the opportunity, and we just worked for it since day one. We knew we were gonna be in this position, and today we all showed up. We were happy, excited, and like I say, we just stick to our plan, and it went our way.
Gordon?
David, I just want to say, certainly on behalf of the fans, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you play week in, week out. We have your magic, your flair, your enthusiasm, your enjoyment for the game. You're now a champion. But before you reply, I want to ask a question. You were part of an under-21 backline for the majority of the season that set a tremendous amount of actual record for under 21 minutes. Playing as a group like that, you're all learning together. Certainly with Noah with a little bit more experience, but yourself and Sergei coming in, having support behind you, a player like Nathan Ingham must have, during difficult times, made it a lot easier for you to finish matches and play the way you did.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it today. Like you say, he saved us a couple times with those conditions. But he's been doing it all season, and I think you mentioned the backline that we have, and it's not easy to play a bunch of young players at the back. And I know the coach obviously had to have a lot of confidence in us. But I spoke about it a lot this year. But it's really been about how we've grown so much at the back, not because we wanted to, but because we had to. You know, we're in a position where we're in a team that wants to win. We're in a team that wants to win these big games, and as a young player, you have to up your level to be able to compete in that team and start the games. So no, I think it's been incredible to be able to be a part of that backline, be a part of that team, and obviously we thank the more experienced players so much because they help us every game.
No champion.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
David, I just wondered, have you ever played in the snow? Have you ever stood in the snow before? How much experience do you have?
Zero.
Zero?
Zero experience.
You've seen snow?
February when I got here, but it was just from my apartment to the car, and that's it.
So you never ran in snow before or anything like that?
No, never. And like I say, I came to a locker room and I was excited. I saw it was snowing and I was like, it's gonna be a good day.
I don't think no one's played in the snow like that before.
David, felicidades. Fue un honor cubrir y mirarte toda esta semana, esta temporada. Fue especial. Loïc, félicitations.
Merci.
I want to ask you guys this question. Si vous pensez, s'il vous plaît. You guys not qualified for the CONCACAF Champions Cup. One of the three CPL champions for the first time ever. Just think about what that means to the club, to the city, to be able to represent obviously the club and city, but also the country on the continental scene.
Like we say, that was one of our goals as well. We had different opportunities to get it. We didn't. We got to this point, and it's a really important tournament, and we wanted to qualify, and we did. And it was just all our effort put into today's match.
Jake, go ahead.
Also, congrats on qualifying to the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Also, you're going to be also having you're going to be also going to be alongside with Forge FC that's also qualified to the Champions Cup. And also alongside with Vancouver FC, which came with the runner-up for the Canadian Championship. To both of you, your response of having now 4 Canadian teams actually qualifying for the Champions Cup.
No, obviously I can answer in French too for you, but I think it's huge for us as a club, for the first time to be able to qualify. We have guys that have played those games and they tell us, how great it is to play in those big stadiums and to have, whether it's a Mexican team or a MLS team or whatever, to come here in the middle of February or whatever. So these are games that you want to play in, when you play in a club like this, and we're just so happy to be able to have achieved that. And in French, ouais, je pense, comme je le dis en anglais, c'est un honneur de pouvoir représenter le pays dans des grandes compétitions comme ça. Puis on sait qu'on va jouer contre des très bonnes équipes, peu importe ils viennent d'où. Donc je pense que ça va être à propos de préparer la prochaine saison. C'est sûr qu'on ne veut pas penser à ça tout de suite, mais je pense qu'on peut se préparer à faire une grosse saison l'année prochaine aussi.
Okay, we're going to finish with one question in the room and then go to Zoom and then we'll call it.
Yes, congratulations. Just, you've had the support all year from this crowd, but especially tonight to see over 10,000 people freezing out there in the snow, cheering you on, and I'm sure you could hear it on the pitch, it was on the sideline, and they were loud. Just talk about the support you've had from them all year, and just seeing lifting the trophy in front of the supporters group is what it meant to you guys as well.
I mean, for me, it means a lot. Like you say, we had a lot of supporters during the season, and I would say we were one of the teams with most supporters, and people coming into this weather, it means a lot. I don't know how people can stand this snow and the cold, and it paid off for everyone, for us, for the fans, and it's just a great pleasure to do it here at home with our supporters.
Yeah, I think, there's a reason we've been undefeated the whole year here, and I don't know if any team's done that, you know, including the playoffs and the CONCACAF. The Canadian Championship. So it just speaks for itself, you know, how we're able to win so many games at home, play so well at home. It's so easy to play in front of those fans, and especially when we attack that side. It's just so easy to, when you score, those celebrations it's just what you play for, you know. You play because you love it, but when you play in front of fans like this, it's special.
We'll go to questions on Zoom. Mike?
Ok, salut Loïc, des questions en français, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Félicitations pour la victoire. La première partie de la question, c'est plus une partie un peu funny. Quelle est la dernière fois que tu avais joué dans la neige? Parce que vous l'avez dit, même au Canada, le soccer ne se pratique pas dans la neige. J'imagine que ça doit remonter à ton enfance. Et ensuite, est-ce que tu peux expliquer vraiment les différentes périodes du match? On a vu en première mi-temps, la neige, elle n'était pas très haute. Deuxième mi-temps, ça semblait hyper compliqué avec vraiment 5-10 cm. Et là, c'était très très compliqué. Et à quel point c'était vraiment bien d'avoir tout le terrain dégagé en prolongation.
Non, honnêtement, tu me demandes si j'ai déjà joué dans une neige comme ça, mais j'ai jamais joué dans des conditions comme ça, ou peut-être dans des entraînements, oui, mais un match ou même une finale, ça s'est jamais passé. Puis, non, je pense que tu as raison. En première mi-temps, c'était quand même possible de jouer, puis essayer de jouer notre jeu. Puis ça nous a aidé, je pense qu'à part certains moments où on s'est pris des contre-attaques, on avait quand même le contrôle. Puis après, en deuxième, ça a été compliqué avec la neige aussi haute, puis le vent et tout. Et puis, c'est soit, je l'ai dit tantôt, mais être capable de jouer avec un terrain pas parfait, mais qui avait l'air assez bon dans les conditions qu'on était. Ça nous a aidé à pouvoir jouer notre jeu puis être capable de marquer le deuxième but.
Parfait, je vais pas monopoliser la parole. Je laisse la parole. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Thomas?
Loïc and David, big congratulations on the win. I want to ask you guys about your coach, Diego Mejía, through the whole season. He's been very confident. He's always asserted you guys as the best in the league. And I guess either one of you guys can answer this. How nice is it to see those comments really rewarded and come to fruition today, and for you guys to be able to have that last laugh and say that you are kings of the CPL?
You can go.
Feels nice. With all due respect to all the teams, they will laugh when they hear those comments, and we just prove it was true. So it just feels good to actually prove what coach said, what we are.
Thanks so much, Devin. Congrats to both you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll finish up here with Brandon.
Thanks, Laura. Congratulations both of you guys, especially David there. Congratulations on the goals and finals MVP. Loic, question is to you, and I appreciate you already touched on this a little bit in Mike's answer, or Mike's question, but could you maybe just speak about sort of the safe hands behind you, needing him? Obviously, it makes a big save in the second half, and even just, I guess, you know, having him behind you all season, just what kind of experience was it for you to just see Nady shoveling the snow literally in the 16th minute, and seeing him doing that work to try and clean up the box to help you guys in the back line as well?
No, obviously it makes my job so much easier when I have a guy like Nate behind me, and for all of us at the back, you know, it's so much easier for us to defend and potentially make mistakes, and he's gonna, like you said, clean it up. So no, I think during a whole season you need those guys, you need those leaders, and especially your goalkeeper. So no, I'm just super happy we have him in the team, and I'm glad he could save us again today.
No, not quite like that. I had experience in the snow in my college years, but nothing like that where the snow was that thick and that difficult to dribble and manipulate the ball. Yeah, but it was the factor for both teams, so not an excuse, just another addition to what it was a very memorable final, I'm sure.
Go ahead, David.
Senator, congratulations. Still an incredible final. You guys played really well. I wanted to ask, like, you know, with all of those moments of stopping, particularly with the snow off and whatnot, and 1 hour after between kind of normal times or extra time, how do you guys keep yourselves in the game, keep yourselves going, keep yourselves, you know, in that mindset you're still in the final, still football all the time?
Yeah, I'm sure it's different for every player. We try to keep everyone active, keep everyone focused on the task at hand. A lot of us either go around the room and start talking to individual players that we want to affect and want to make sure that they're staying in the game mentally. Maybe the younger players need more of that than others. But I think we did a good job with it. I don't think there was any sluggishness when we came out of any stoppage time or anything like that. So there was no... We're not looking back at those moments and thinking we could have done better there. I think we handled what was laid in front of us pretty well.
Sergio, the heart of a champion a lot of times was topped, sometimes a little bit easier. You guys came in the second year now, you've made a CPL final, put in a terrific show this afternoon. And outside of maybe a save by Nathan Ingham and a goal cleared off the line by Sissoko, you could be sitting here as a champion for the second year in a row. Must be a little bit disappointing, obviously, that you're so close, but that something like that just stop you from getting over the edge.
Yeah, I don't know where the question is there, but it's okay. It's okay. What I would say to that is, I'm tired, I'm cold, but I'm proud. I think I'm proud of the performance that we put together. There's some people behind you that are making me emotional, so I'll end my answer right there.
Anybody else in the room? Brandon, do you have a question on Zoom?
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, Sergio, again, commiserations on the loss tonight. Just wanted to get your mind on the fact that having the pitch being cleared at the end of full time and ahead of extra time, how much of a difference did that make it for the last half hour for you guys to actually be able to play your football and really be able to impact the game more so than the snow was?
Yeah, I think you guys got everything that you could have asked for in a final. Two really good teams that got put through a big test, weather-wise, condition-wise for 90 minutes, but then allowed ourselves to clear the field and then show what we're actually, what the product that we can put on the field actually is. And I hope those last 30 minutes were pretty exciting for neutral fans and both Cavalry and Ottawa fans. So yeah, it was, you guys got everything today.
Thomas?
Hi, Sergio. Commiserations on the loss. I'm sure for you, you're probably mostly thinking about your own team right now, but last year, what kind of Ottawa has right now, where a guy like Nathan Ingham getting to win his first North Star Cup after so long was kind of you guys last year, and finally having your moment. So what do you kind of see any of that with a message for them, or kind of see that who they are this year kind of reflected in your group last year?
Well, first off, I couldn't be happier for my boy Nathan Ingham. I think he's had an amazing season. He's had an amazing ride with Ottawa from the first year that he's been here. He's kind of helped the club go through a lot of heartbreak and a lot of turnover. And through that fight and grit that he shows and leads with, you guys have been rewarded with a North Star Cup. And he's a huge part of that. So, yeah, that's my one thing to Nathan Ingham. Congratulations to him. I hope he enjoys tonight. Ottawa has a great leader there. And to Ottawa, it's difficult to defend your title. Every game this year, we felt our opponents rise up to the occasion of playing the defending champs. So that's gonna be their challenge next year. There's gonna be no easy week for them, and especially when they play us next year.
Firstly, how proud are you of your group, obviously, for what they worked through over the past however long that stretch was, and secondly, it seems like you guys have lost in pretty crazy ways.
Yeah, that one, I'm not sure how you forget that one. That wasn't a game. It was a fight. We had to put on a show, so how do you prepare for that? And it came down to 2 moments of brilliance by David Rodriguez, and that's it. But the way our lads have done everything they have to be in the conversation, we've defended our trophy up until, 10 minutes to the very end of extra time in, minus conditions, 2 feet of snow. The character is without question. But as we know in finals, you just need a bit of magic. I think you said they clear one off the line, and then they score with a bit of magic not long after.
Jacob?
It's the first time for Canadian Premier League to actually have a match in a kind of weather of snow. Like, what's your thoughts on having a Canadian Premier League final that had a snowstorm of like that for 120 minutes?
Listen, I think if it was any other game, that game gets cancelled. Right? It wasn't a game.
David, go ahead.
Coach, congratulations. Credit to your team for how you guys came out today and put out really good efforts. What do you say to the players in the locker room after that? Because obviously, it's never great to lose a final when seeing the way you did to had that lead. What do you say to the guys in the locker room?
Listen, you thank them for all their efforts. I mean, they stood tall. Like, it's a tough place to come anyway. Let alone with 2 feet of snow and then a 45-minute to clear there, a delay at the start, to go again, to get warmed up again. And like I said, it could have gone one way or the other, but for 2 moments of brilliance, that's it. So our lads, I'm proud of them for the effort, the courage. They stood tall and defended that trophy with their lives, right? And unfortunately now it has to switch hands to Ottawa. Congratulations to Atlético Ottawa. They've had a hell of a season.
Tommy, the 2 front threes that we saw out there tonight, I thought were the 2 best front threes of the entire season. I think that the big lads up top, obviously Salter, we know, Tony as well, getting the job done. But I think today the defences were on show just as much. And the other conditions, I thought their tackles were outstanding, their clearances were outstanding, their blockings were terrific as well. And it was always going to, as you just said, take something special to win this match here tonight.
Yeah, it was. Look, goals win games, but defence wins championships. And today, Ottawa's defence was just that bit better than ours. And their attack, just that bit better than ours. And that's all it is. Like I said, it's not for Sissoko, I think, clearing off the line. We win that 1-2-1 before, and we don't even go into extra time. But that's football, right? You've got to get knocked down, get up again, and go again.
Tommy, you mentioned a couple times that this was a fight and not, obviously a usual game. When the weather throws a curveball at you like this, as coach, are you, is the game plan going out the window, or is there, are you making an effort to keep some sort of consistency with the game plan? How do you even approach something like this?
You have to adapt, right? These are the conditions that the game was approved to play in. So it was the same for Ottawa. So what they ended up doing was putting a couple of balls into dangerous areas and scoring, and we tried to do exactly the same. So it wasn't one for the light of heart. It was a game of just inches. And that really was, because you had to skip out the midfield, play into an area, get balls into a box, and either defenders were blocking it or the attackers were setting it down and getting something out of it. But that was some goals they scored against us.
Any questions on Zoom? Brandon?
Thanks, Laura. Tommy, commiserations, of course. Just, again, similar question that I had to Sergio a little bit ago. What was your sort of take on having that final half hour to at least show, ounces of what the team had prepared coming into today, with the pitch being cleared fully of snow and just being able to really show off the kind of football that you guys had played leading up to get you guys here to the final? Yeah,
listen, we had the extra game last week. It was always going to come down to one moment, and that was it. And we fought tooth and nail with it. Even though the snow was cleared, it was slick, right? It was like an ice rink. I think it felt more like a Zamboni. The lad said it was skipping up, right? And that's probably what caused the ball over the top for Fraser and Marco to deal with, right? Because you don't know how it's going to pick up. But like I said, it wasn't one that was going to be a pretty football. But then again, I guess finals aren't. But it's just the nature of the beast. They got the extra goal, we didn't. But it wasn't for the lack of trying.
Cheers, Ollie.
Thanks.